Hey YouTube, this is Lincoln Williams and welcome back to another episode of the Lincoln Williams Show. Today I'm going to do a special episode of video game systems. Now, basically, what am I going to be talking to you about is clone systems. Now, what is a clone system? It's a reproduction of an NES and SNES game system. For example, they look like this. This is the Retro Duo, which is a really good SNES, NES game system. Now, basically, the Retro Duo is, it has some, issues. Number one, the audio on the NES is kind of, crappy, but it's really good. The gameplay is really good, but the NES music is kind of scratchy and it doesn't sound correct, but I get past that a lot of times with my video games. Now, basically, another thing with this system, it only accesses SNES ports. That's the other thing with the Retro Duo. Basically, there have been many clone systems out there. You just don't know it yet. In 2006, not a rare system, but a clone system called the FC Twin had the same thing with the NES and SNES ports, but it did not play all the games. So that was a big bummer. Yeah, another clone system that ever came out was the Retro Twin. That was a good system, but I don't know if it had all the compatibility issues with it. But overall, this has got to be one of the best compatibility with all games out there. It'll play them all, like all of them. So if you're a game collector, then I highly recommend you get this system if your systems are dying. Yeah. Now, another system. If you wanted to get a portable system, I would go with the Retro Duo Portable, which is a system that allows you to play portable with NES and SNES games. Same concept in the Retro Duo, only with portability. Yeah, that's a really big, huge plus. But it does not run with Castlevania 3. That is a big bummer, because if you can run Castlevania 3 on these clone systems, you're in big luck. Because if Castlevania 3 runs on these, then most of the games will run on the Retro Duo and the Retron 5, but they're working on updates with the Retron 5 right now as we speak. But if you want to own all classic systems, then get the Retron 5. It's a really good deal inside the system, but it does not play all the games. That is a big bummer. But they're doing updates, so you're going to have to wait. So if you want to get a clone system right away, this is the system that you want to get, is the Retro Duo 3.0. So yeah, it's a really good system to play NES and SNES games with other people. It's a good system. I really love it. Now here is the good question for Retro Duo players. Can it actually play? Can I actually beat The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past? That is the big question. Yeah. Another thing that I was really impressed with this system, the Retro Duo, is that it actually played all of my games that I have collected. It's really good. It's like one of the best experiences of collecting video games, because you don't know if the Retro Duo system can handle this. it's a really good system, and I highly recommend it to video game collectors. Now, basically, if you're a portable player, then I would go with the Retro Duo Portable. And if you want to own all the game systems, then go with the Retron 5. It's a really good system, and it comes with Game Boy game, and it comes with a port which allows you to play Game Boy games and Game Boy Color games and Game Boy Advance games in one cartridge slot. How cool is that? But you can actually access accessories for this. You can actually purchase accessories for this system for a Sega Genesis port, like a Sega Genesis adapter, so you can play that on a Retro Duo. So yeah, and you can also purchase Game Boy adapter and a Super Game Boy adapter, the Super Game Boy 2 adapter, which is allows you can play Game Boy Color games, and the Retro Advanced adapter, so you can play Game Boy Advance games on it as well. That is a big, huge plus. So if you're a collector of classic video games, then this system is right for you. And if you want to get into portable games, then go with the Retro Duo Portable. And if you want to get into classic all the systems, if you want to get all the systems, then go with the Retron 5. That is my final verdict of the top systems. Now, there's another system on the retrobit cycle, is called the Super Retro Trio, which allows you to play Sega Genesis games also. But you don't really need that because this system will do the trick. So yeah. There have been a number of clone systems on the market these days, like the FC Twin, which came in 2006, and the FC3 Plus, which is another letdown, the Retron 3, which is another letdown. So yeah, these three systems will do the trick for classic gaming. They really will, and I highly recommend them to you. So yeah, if you're a classic gamer, then get these systems, because these systems are really good. I really love the Retro Duo because it's a really good system, and I highly recommend it to collectors and gamers, basically. It comes with 2 controllers, S-Video, and regular AV outputs, and a AV cord. You can see on the back it has S-Video and regular AV ports on the side. So it's a really good system, and it's very lightweight to carry around. And check out other reviews of the Retro Duo and other clone systems out there. See which if you want to get them or not. So yeah, that's my clone system overview talk of the NES and SNES games. Oh yeah, one thing that I should mention, what do these games look like? They look like this. The original Super Mario Brothers versus like Duck Hunt or something like that. And the original games, this is another game that I ever picked up, which is Double Dragon 5, The Shadow Falls. And that is one of the best Double Dragon games that I ever played. This is what SNES games look like. As far as many who may know SNES games. So yeah. If you see these games, then pick them up, because they are worth buying. and I'm going to be a collector for years to come. And I maybe want to review these games. I don't know. On the Lincoln Williams Show. So, yeah, I just wanted to do something special for you gamers and YouTube fans on the Lincoln Williams Show. I'll be back someday. Someday.